Hello, welcome to the Hard Time Gamer YouTube channel. I am your host, Hard Time 65 from PS4. Now, I was doing a recording earlier, but apparently my microphone was too quiet. So, I'm gonna run through this again, so, you know, what they say. Practice makes progress. Ain't no such thing as perfection. Now, for those who are just getting started on this game, in which I am here to assist you on your journey with that. Hence, what you see before you is what we all start with, the Hachiroku, or as most commonly known, the 86, or the initial D car, or the tofu delivery mobile. Who the hell knows? But I just remember this little car from back in the Need for Speed Underground 2 days. Yes, that's some old stuff. 2004, my guys and gals. Anyways, forgive all the background noise. This microphone's not entirely, well, you know, the best thing on earth. But nevertheless, you will be starting off with this car regardless. Or there are two others you can start off with, but I do not have particular tunes for those at all because they're both inconsistent. The Panther M5 90s model and the VZ210, almost said 212 there for a moment. These two are the other two free cars you start off with if you wish that you can go a different route, but neither one of these are very consistent with what I'm about to show you. Now, you go up to your mods category, because that's where you get all your tunes and adjustability from. Now, you will be starting up with a stock setup, and you only have $6,000 on level 1. You can try to use this, but the power it makes, which is obvious, you can tell by its statistics, is not great. It's doable, but not the best in the world. And plus, the steering angle will just be a pain in the butt. Now, the turbo in the racing will not be available until you hit a certain level. Turbo, I believe, is level 3 or 4. It's been on quite a long time, 2 years as a matter of fact. But this will be available to you for a little over $2,100, and you will have $6,000 at your disposal. Just won't leave you enough for the wheels and body kit like I got here. But you can do stickers and stuff. Like what I got going on here with the stickers on the window, one on the bumper, the whole entire black bottom half. That's all free. But I am not a vinyl tutorial kind of guy. You know, I can make some, but people have told me pretty decent stuff. But for this mod right here, this is what you want to have available to you and have the best chance of making some decent coin. Gotta pay up to make, you gotta pay that cash to make that cash, as one would say. Now, hold on there. You look at the stats of that. This is a turbocharged version. It will have a turbocharger. Same thing with the race mod. But as you can see with the statistics of the car, a lot more to it. Now, I am going to show you the setup for this. If you wish to pause these setups, pause to write these setups down or screenshot them, whatever you want to do, you can do that. And here they are. I will not speak for the rest of this time. I will let you do what you want with it. But I will be back in a moment. Now, I hope y'all got what you need off that. But for those who are, as I said, getting started in this is the tune for you. It's gonna be a slap, to be honest. And like I said, the drifting system will confuse you if you're so used to counter steering for yourself. Now, the reason being is I will show you on the test track. Now, I am gonna go to parking A because that will be the only course available to you at this point in time when you're just getting started. And for the reason being is the drifting is very unique in this game. It's more entertaining, fun, and good fun for all your friends. And believe you me, it's enjoyable to those who actually like it. Now, as you can tell, the steering looks pretty normal, right? You would think there's steering sensitivity in this game. There is no steering sensitivity adjustment in this game at all. This is all controller assist. Now, if I go to my settings and disable such controller assist, as you can see right here, you turn that off, then you try to steer now. Watch. Quick successions left to right. That's how fast that steering is. It's not good either. Now, I am in manual, which I do highly recommend you use, so that way you have a particular gear you need to run in certain corners. And I do it with clutch also, manual clutch. Now, as you can tell, it's not going to look pretty trying to drift without controller assist on. It just does not look right on it. It's doable, but it's just not the greatest thing in the world. Damn near anyone and their mother practically drifts with controller assist on, unless you're on wheel, using the wheel pedal setup. Like I said, it is doable, but you're more likely to spin out than not. But even with controller assist on, it still would be difficult for the experienced player. Now that you have an understanding of that, I am going to wrong thing. Now, I am going to turn that back on for my sanity's sake, and as you can see, it's almost linearity and dead zone. There is no sensitivity adjustment, just linearity. Now, wheel force feedbacks for your steering wheel setups only. Same thing with the steering wheel angle setup. Now, I can show you my control scheme that I use for drifting, especially manual with manual clutch. I can show you towards the end of this. Excuse me. Just got a new lunch earlier and it's kind of coming back to bite me. Now, with controller assist on, it'll be smoother. It'll still be difficult to get it to respond to angle, but it'll hold angle real well. If you notice, it was 53 degrees maximum steering angle, which I could get way more out of that with just how I got it set up right now. I could get almost 60 degrees of angle, or a little bit more, but that's literally on the borderline of spinning out, which is the unfortunate bit. But as you can tell, I am using manual with clutch, which, to those with a personal preference, for those who are just getting started, I would just keep the clutch automatic for now, so that way you can get here from a dead stop to rolling again without much problems. Now, with this setup, you'll probably be able to make some pretty decent coin if you look at the drift score up there. Well, it's not a good example right now, but you can get a pretty high score with this, as long as you don't get greedy with the speed. Now, I am going to reset this score real quick by doing this, going back to the test drive. Now, you'll be going to a rolling start in single player events. I can do this for a dead stop and make nearly 20,000 points. Oh, see what I have there? I got greedy with it. But you can do wall taps, but I got my score counter turned off for, well, sakes of improving my lines and not worrying about my score. I will turn that on for all y'all's way you can understand how many different categories of drifting you can get into. Like awesome angles, big angles, mega backwards, which is your reverse entry. But I doubt I'll be nailing any mega backwards or backwards entries at all with this particular setup because, well, you know, this is just a suspension wheel turn brake setup. That's all drift mod. That's all the drift mod is. Now, ultimately, you can do a lot more with it, but it got more than just me to get your tuner. This is from. I will do ultimate tunes, but this is for me. This thing is for people that need to, you know, get up and going and actually do some decent potential tandems with some higher ups. And I have done some decent tandems with seasoned drivers with ultimate tunes against this drift mod. Even though it's not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's on how you wield it. And here we are. In just one lap, I got 23,272 points. Now, if you were to take that into a single player event and do that kind of number, you make a pretty decent dollar on it. Now, I am going to show you my control scheme that I use for my manual and manual clutch. It is, if you were to think about this, is where your hand and fingers are positioned at, and what feels comfortable to you. This is what feels comfortable to me, and here it is. Now, I will let you browse through this. Pause if you need to take a screenshot, but here is my control scheme. I hope y'all got what you need out of that. If you notice the turn lights on and off feature, I got marked to my L button as unmarked by default as a recent addition that they added to the current update that we are using, as you can see. Now, if you notice there's a flasher button, that's for, yes, and yes, there are free police vehicles in this game. But by default, they are just regular cars, which I will show, which you probably could figure it out for yourself. Police lights function in this game. Now, the sirens used to be louder about five updates back, or should I say a year ago. But they toned them down because they were, well, let's be honest, they are super fucking annoying. But that's besides the point. Now, I am going to take this to a single player event and show you. And before I do, I am going to turn my drift score back on so that way you can see what we are doing here. It's all under game, and if we go down to here, drift score counter, turn that on so that way you can see. And it tells you what kind of action you performed during the event. Now, you all have these two available to you, but you do pretty damn well. You can start getting down into these tracks, which are almost $500,000, if not more. Things might have changed from then, from where I started to now, but some of these tracks were added on over the last 2 years, such as Mundelo Park, a Trone, an In-Ring, and Pacific Hills, and also Winter Red Ring, which is literally all ice. Now, you also have the choice to go between day or night. But for this application, we are going to go today because depending upon how your monitor or TV screen is set up, it may be too dark or too bright. But that depends on your personal taste. Now, we're going to go to this event. To get gold, we're going to need 12,000 points. And as you saw in my dyno stand tuning, I made 23,000, well over that number. And you will be greeted with the actual layout. Some tracks are pretty open-faced, but when you're in a free roam style run, you can go almost anywhere and everywhere on a track, including here. You just gotta find the gaps to get through. And here we go. And that's my ghost from a long time ago. tapping just does not take the score away. Hitting it at like critical speeds, well, or spinning out will fail the drift and cash in your points. I put on shift there like an air little switch on me, but you get the idea. As you can see there, we made a pretty decent number here. And it's a one lap chance for circuit-based drift courses. And there are uphill downhill courses such as Castle Road and Cummie Road. And as you can see there, 23,000 points, time bonus, cup rewards, drift rewards, and look at the final result down below, $151,000. Now, you could get like, if I have to guess, probably all of Class 1, some of Class 2 if Class 2 is available. But that's based on your experience you get. Now, these are not experience farms of like any means. Tight Skids has a video on that showing you. Tight Skids YouTube. Now that you understand what to do, or at least I hope so. Honestly, it's giving you a best shot. If you even make it close to at least $80,000, you'd be doing good. I can say this for exact. This game will aggravate you from time to time, especially if you're not familiar with how the drifting system works or how to tune the cars. And it took me a very long time to understand tuning. Like I said, this is all self-taught with some references from other YouTubers on how to make tunes work. Nevertheless, here's your starting tips, here's your tools, now get out there and use them.